Greetings, citizens, and thanks for joining me here today at Smash and Crash for this quick look at the ARGO aeronautics ships, the MPUVs. This is going to be a fairly quick one since they don't actually have any hardpoints or loadouts to speak of aside from the tail end, so let's go ahead and get started. Immediately, you'll probably notice here that there's a stark lack of the green dots showing loadouts. So, as of right now, all you have are coolers, the power plant, and the shield generator. That's really it. This doesn't have any weapons at all. Its speeds are not all that great. It doesn't maneuver too terribly well. These are designed specifically for cargo or personnel, and as you can see, there's not really even a point to be able to swap out the tail end. It's two totally different ships. Let's go take a look inside here. It's a tiny little door, but this is your personnel carrier. There we are. So just seats for everybody to sit in, be able to ride safely. You can haul people in the cargo one too. I don't recommend it. It's not quite as great. Sometimes a little bit buggy, like that. When you try and get up and get out of the seats, occasionally weird things like that will happen. Again, it's an alpha. It's going to get better. But let's go ahead and move on to the cargo version. There's really nothing else to see here. This is a fairly compact hauler. It's not designed to carry a whole lot of stuff. And again, it's not designed for combat because there's nothing on here except for the power plant, the shields, and the coolers. So keep that in mind. There's three doors, two small ones, one on either side, and you just walk up to those and hit use to open them up. And then a larger door on the back here. It took me a moment to find it. I don't want to tell you how long. There's a button on the left side. You just go up to it, press it, voila, there you go. Kind of a neat little ship. I like the way that all the doors open. There is also one jump seat in there, so you can carry one passenger. It has very limited cargo capacity, but, you know, again, at least it does have that one extra seat, so it does have that over, like, the F-7C Hornet. You might be wondering what the cargo capacity is on this thing, since it is technically a hauler. It's meant for cargo. The cargo capacity is 2. The civilian version, or the personnel version, is 0. And to put that in comparison, the F-7C Hornet, that one has a capacity of 13 with its big box replacement. So keep these things in mind when you're looking to purchase something with storage space capacity in there. But this one does have a jump seat in the back, so that's handy. Now, just looking around the cockpit real quick, I like how it's really very open for it being like essentially the front of a Mack truck is kind of what it is. A very enclosed front of a Mack truck. And I love the way the door opens. So let's take a look at the outside here real quick, and then we're just going to bring it into the verse. I love the way this thing looks. It's very industrial, very heavy duty. Damage-wise, it doesn't take a whole lot, honestly. That's not, the armor isn't the best thing in the world for combat, especially since, you know, there's no guns and limited shields to protect you. So once again, let's go ahead and jump into the verse and check out the speeds. Let's go ahead and address the speeds now. These ships are utility ships. They are built for cargo pickup and, personnel pickup and drop off. They're good for ferrying between the bigger ships. They're good for ferrying between ships and space stations or planets, but they're not so great for anything in an action zone. If you're doing search and rescue in a secured area, great. But they start off at 150 meters per second in space combat mode. They boost to 200 meters per second, and they top out at 300 meters per second, which is significantly slower than almost every other ship out there. I believe it might be the slowest of all the ships, but I'll have to verify that. So if you're looking for something that works well in an action zone, this isn't what you're looking for. But if you're looking to, you know, do search and rescue missions or just ferry people, this is actually a really handy ship for that. Now, let's address the armor. We're already lacking weapons, speed. Now the armor and the shields aren't a whole lot better. So once you get in, you fire the ship up, the shields come up, you're about ready to take off, and somebody, say, is watching you over at Grim Hex because maybe you were naughty too and that's where you spawned. But the armor and shields don't hold up to a whole lot, as you're about to see. Well, that about does it for the ARGO Astronautics MPUV Quick Looks. Thank you for joining me here today at Smash and Crash. Please like, subscribe, share. Email me if you didn't like something and I'll see what I can do about it. I want to know what you want to see. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the verse. Ah, dang it.